Wow. That's all I can say is wow. Welcome back, everybody, to another House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones episode review. This is episode 7, known as Driftmark. Holy hell. Before I go any further, please don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new here. Hit the notification bell even if you aren't. Be sure to share the video so others can see what a great time we're having. The swerve at the end. That's kind of all I want to talk about. I barely have notes written down. I always type up notes when I'm watching stuff. But, oh, my boy. My dude. So, let's talk about the big parts here. Because everybody's at Driftmark for the funeral of, what's her name? Rhaenyra. I'm going to guess that's her name. You know, sister of Leonard. I give these dudes nicknames because these made up funny names are just ridiculous. Goodness, R.R. Martin. Anyway, they're there for her funeral, and I love this. I love how it's not just like the setting; it's like everything that goes with it, right? The fact that in Driftmark, you know, stuff goes to the sea. Blah, 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 blah. They put, you know, her body is in literally looks like a coffin that's crafted in her likeness, made of stone, and slid into the ocean. You see other coffins of other Valerians that have died there, right? And the funny thing is, so much layers in this. You got the dude, the brother to, you know, brother to Corlys. You know, he's speaking high Valerian, talking about, oh, you know, with the real Valerian blood. Of course, staring at Rhaenyra's kids. And Daemon he loves starting shit, man. Because he laughed during that. He's like, this shit. So you still, like, all of this stuff to him is just stupid, right? And you get the feeling like he's just tired of it. And there's so much tension at this, I guess you can just call it a wake. Like, creepy Cripplefoot is staring at Alicent the whole time. Like, yeah. Even Cole's like, hey, this dude's staring at you. Whatever. Rhaenyra won't go towards her uncle. No one's going towards Daemon. Except when King V goes up, tries to talk to him and tries to tell him, you know, yeah, man, your kids look like your wife. It's a comfort and it's a curse. The guys can be cruel. He's like, hey, seems like the guys have been cruel to you, man. You, bro. And he's like, yeah, but come home, man. He's like, nah, this is the, where's the place? I think he said Pointus. He said someplace is his home, right? And what's crazy with King V, because I'm going to talk about, so one of my big 3 parts is King V has Ray's back. So when King V's everybody's about to go to sleep because Aegon has gotten drunk. Aemon has tamed Vhagar, the dragon that was Daemon's wife, Rhaenyra. And before King V goes to sleep, he looks at Alicent and says, hey, I'm going to bed. He don't even see you, bitch. He don't even see you. Pardon my language. I'm sorry. I don't like Alicent. The moment she boned her friend's dad because her dad told her to. That's when, nah. But I digress. Why is it important that King V has Ray's back? That goes into Vhagar being stolen. Because Baela, one of the twins, woke up. And it's crazy because the twins have a connection to their cousins, Jason. I'm going to call the other one Luke. And they're going to see, well, who stole the dragon? And even, I love how everything comes together. Even this other plot of Daemon and Rhaenyra having sex, we're going to come back to that later. Everybody's like, well, who took the dragon? They can see who took the dragon. This dude tells this black princess, yeah, you can get a pig to ride. You will look good on it. So you may tell me, not only is Aegon a piece of shit, you have Aemon is also a piece of trash. Is it because, or are you, so you're mad at your cousins even though it was your brother that set them up to do the whole pig thing, and you taking hurt people, but it seemed like that Hightower blood is full of trash. trash. But allow me to continue. This dude loses his eye because Jace is like, yo, man, you was about to smash my brother's head with a rock. No one's talking about that. No one's bringing that up. No, Slice, he lost his eye. Ooh, King V has Ray's back because, well, why did he lose his eye? Called us bastards. Hey, okay, first of all, we have no clue what Leonard is. He's probably out with the boys. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Everyone knows. It's like best kept secrets that these are not even the best kept secrets. Worst kept secrets. Everyone knows Leonard's gay. Everybody knows that Ray's kids aren't really his kids. But we ain't gonna talk about it. That's what it is. And this whole thing, Alicent, the king's like, yo, next person's tongue that says this, we taking the tongue out. We ain't talking about this no more. Alicent just, I want one of her kids' eyes. Hey, Cole, go get him. He's like, I said, no, he's indebted to me. Oh, she takes King V's blade and goes for that boy. We get that struggle between Alicent and Rhaenyra, and she's just like, oh, you trample on everything. You try to act like you're this and you're that and this. And Ray just said one simple line: they see you for who you are now. Congratulations. She cut Ray too. And everybody's like, oh shit. Now one of the best things is I hope Daemon murders Christian Cole. I hope he slits his throat in the 360 motion and shove his head up his butt. Cause that dude is just, I love how when he tried to go in there when that thing was happening, Damon's like, nah, you stay over there, since apparently you're like, yes, my queen and all this other stuff. Oh, okay. I love that the head of the guards is just like, I can't believe the head of guards like really cold. The lines in the sand have already been drawn. I love that visual of the Valyrians and the sea people and Daemon, all these people on the side of Rhaenyra, and obviously the bitch ass Hightowers and Cole and all these other folks on the side of what's that dumb Alicent. And the king is just like, look, we are family. We need to stop this. And the reason all this happened, well, he's like, hey, Aemon, tell me, boy, who told you this information? He looks at his mom, and King V looks, and he's like, it's Aegon. Aegon's like, me? He's like, all right, boy, who told you? He's like, they don't even look like him. Everybody knows. There you go. He doesn't rat out his mother, but Aemon will rat out his brother. And Aemon's like, hey, no, I don't care about losing an eye. I got a dragon. Bro, I hope he dies on that dragon. I don't like them Hightowers. So these two moments are together. The fact that King V has Ray's back, regardless of everything. I love that this is a promise he made back in episode, I want to say it was episode 3. Back in episode 3, when they finally had that first heart-to-heart after you went ahead and married her friend. And her friend, well, they tricked your dumb ass into marrying her friend. I love that he has kept that promise and just said, nah, I got your back. Still has her back. We don't even know who you are, Alicent. We know who AM is. He don't even know who you are. So I guess King V actually does love her. But it's a timer on this dude. This dude is, Daemon looks fine. King V, but he about to be done. This episode 7, I'm gonna predict he dies by episode 9. But right before the finale, if not the finale, he dies and stuff's about to pop off. So I put number 3 as F the Hightowers. But number 3 is another one. But let's keep talking about Ray. I love that these Targaryens, they will reward you if you are actually loyal to them. Sorry. You get Leonard, he comes in the morning and he's like, I should have been by your side. I couldn't be by my sister's side. I couldn't be by your side. Look, I failed you. Remember when we made that agreement? And Ray's all smiling about it because she remembers it. We got remember little Ray. They all smiling, and she's like, no, I'm gonna steal myself to you. Let's fight in the stepstones, but it doesn't matter. It does not matter. I'm going to go ahead, be loyal to you, and be with you. And she's just like, damn. Even though, he still loves her boys. Come on, they both know. They all know. But it is what it is. Even Ray said before she boned Daemon, like, he's going to be next to useless now because, his sister's gone. He really wasn't suited out for this. For this Game of Thrones, there are people who are suited for this and there are people who are not. And this is crazy. It is mad. At first, I was starting to come around on this Rhaenyra. No, Nyra is Ray. Nara is the one that got passed up for the throne. And once again, we get her husband, C. Cornelius, saying, yo, is it so bad that I want to right the wrongs of what happened? And she basically says, yo, maybe the gods aren't in favor of us because of this insatiable pride, right? And she's saying, I gave up on that, but you care more about, your pride and everything else. Well, what is this short life than legacy? And she's like, all right, well, those are not those aren't your actual nephews. Make Baela the next Lord of the Driftmark, because he had already talked to, I think it was Luke. He already said to Luke, and I love this right here. If this line is actually included in the final book that George R.R. Martin never going to finish, I will laugh. He went to Luke and said, yeah, you're going to be Lord one day, man. And he's like, I don't want it. Man, it is amazing. So this is where the Targaryen blood of Jon Snow comes from. It comes from a strong boning a Targaryen, and it's great. And he's like, I don't want it. You know why? Because that means everybody's dead. Bang, bang. That's not what people don't get it. It's the same thing with inheritances in our real world, in our modern day. You realize in order to get all this stuff, someone has to die. Now, some people are willing to kill people to get that money and everything else, which is easy come, easy go. Let's just say that. Someone gonna do you in. But this kid, Jon Snow's probably great grandfather, maybe. Like, nah, I don't want it. And we're going back here. C. Cornelius tells his wife, yo, history don't remember blood. They remember names. They have the name. It's already been set up back in episode. When was that marriage set up? Not episode 6. Back in episode 5, when King V was talking to C. Cornelius, and he's like, all right, when they get older, when they're born, they'll have that name, right? But when they're of age and get ready to take the throne, their name will be Targaryen. I'm just putting it out there. Cool. So as of right now, if that boy Luke or Jace, I don't remember who's older or not. No, Luke is younger. If that boy Luke does become the Lord of Driftmark, he won't get to the Iron Throne if his brother has it, right? Which means that he will end up still having that last name of Valyrian. There you go. Which is just interesting that, we have one funeral, but we don't have the Lionel funeral, the strong funeral, because even Jace, I'm assuming this is Jace, he's the one that took the eye of bitch ass Aemon. He was saying we should have been at the strong because, Sir Harwin was our dad, right? So why didn't we just, we should be there. And she's like, hey, this is your family. I love Ray is trying, and she's completely different from her younger self. Her younger self was like, I hate all this pretentious BS. I'll play along, but she fought it every bit of the way. And as she got older, she's just like, all right, fine. I'm going to play my part as best I can. And I love the conversation she had with Daemon. She was upset with him. Like, you left me. I needed you. He's like, you were young. I spared you. She's like, yeah, I was young, but I needed you. Which, she believes that if Daemon was there, none of this stuff would have happened. Probably. I kind of wish Daemon was around to slit Sir Cole's neck. Catch him sleeping or something. You got to catch that man slipping somehow. The weirdest dude. You get a taste of Princess princess goodness, and you just told you're mad. All right, biggest punk, right up there, top 5 biggest punks. But it's interesting, right? They have this connection, and she has to tell him like, "Yo, I'm not a kid no more," and they do the thing. But Daemon loves when the pot is being stirred, because when this whole question about, the eye being gone, this dude is laughing the whole time. He's just enjoying it. But when it's time to like, nah, Cole, stay your punk ass over there. Love it. And even creepy Cripplefoot. This man loves to just he's evil. He's literally a creeping devil. He's like, hey, you said you wanted an eye. I can make that happen. No, that's not necessary, but I appreciate the thought. Well, I appreciate it. I will remember it. By the way, be more discreet because folks can see you staring at me. I can't, man. A lot of stuff has already been altered from the books, even though they're keeping to the source material. Told you I read the Cliff Notes. I hope Cripplefoot does not get a death on his own terms. I hope that might be a spoiler. I don't give a damn. I hope someone pushes him like down some stairs. The easiest thing to kill him, just push him down some stairs. But yes, let's talk about the more important part 3. Because I already told you, stolen Vhagar, King V having Rhaenyra's back. Let's talk about the Targaryens, how they move. Because I know I skipped over that. So here is the plan. Rhaenyra already told Leonard that, Leonard was cursing how the gods made him. And we knew what he was cursing. Because, Rhaenyra even said, I wish I could have had some of your kids. I really do. Because Rhaenyra actually liked Sir Harwin too. Because he cared a great deal for her as well. But Rhaenyra's like, I want you, uncle. I want us to have a bond, us be married, you be my prince consort, and we can take out the Greens because the battle's coming. It's like, well, you're married, and he has to die. And she's like, I know. They set up the greatest fake out. Daemon pays Leonard's lover, Mr. Qualms. I'm gonna call him Mr. Q. Mr. Q is like, there's places throughout Narrow Sea where a man, it don't matter what your name is, just matter what goal you got. And he's like, what do you want from me, my lord? A quick death. I'm like, oh man. And he said, in a place where people can see it. I love that they had that conversation, and it's very obvious that Mr. Q talked to Leonard, or Leonard talked to Rhaenyra, or got some word from Rhaenyra. Cause I'm like, why would they fight? He's like, you look down on me. And they have their fight, and little black boy's there, and Leonard pushes him. He's like, I'll get the guards. Go get the guards. Gets his dad. The fight's over, and there's a burned body in the whole chimney. Now, here's the great part, and this is how I realized stuff was moving so fast with the voiceovers, and I wasn't paying attention. And I thought that Daemon killed this other black dude, just to be like, all right, you can sneak in there and do what you got to do. This was the body of somebody else. They had to get somebody with the same skin tone, baby. Throw his butt in the fire. We already killed him. Who cares about this dude, right? Ha! They probably won't even find him. They'll think he probably abandoned. Who cares? Threw this dude in the fire. Leonard shaved his head. He completely bald now. You two can go off and not have to worry about a damn thing. And we see the blood, the cutting of the hands and this and the lips. They got married. Daemon's daughter's on technically my left hand. Ray's son's on the right. I can't wait. They're gonna cause some problems. But there was some really good dialogue in here. That's the other thing. But again, I'm getting ahead of myself. That whole switcheroo, the fact that they don't. I like how, like, Alicent, you have people that are willing to murder their own family. But now we have on Ray side, we had people that are like, yo, these dudes have been good to us. Let's just do a deception. Now let's break this down even further. Dang, I forgot my other earlier point. Oh yeah, Cripplefoot and the whole betrayal thing. I can deeply appreciate how they move differently. I think that whole juxtaposition is awesome, and the dialogue that was had, where Rhaenyra's like, fire is interesting. It's a strange. She said strange magic. It's a strange magic, right? It's a strange thing, It's what gave the Targaryens their power, but at the same time, it's actually what's killing us. The whole fire thing, the whole dragon thing. And Daemon's like, yeah, maybe the Valyrians had it right. The sea. And she's like, the sea offers an escape. Fire is a prison. But then she says, which is where you thought the deception was coming, that Uncle, you and I are fire. Let's just burn together. It's what we are. Really good dialogues. She doesn't want to rule by being a tyrant. She doesn't want to inflict terror. And Daemon's like, yo, if a king doesn't have anybody fearing him, you're basically powerless. And this whole deception, because she's like, well, people are going to think that I had Leonard killed. And he's like, let them think that. It actually works out in our favor. Because then if she's willing to do that, what else are they willing to do? That's some good stuff. You have struck fear with rumors through the underbelly without actually having to do it. And now Mr. Q and Leonard can go off and do the thing that Sir Cole claimed he wanted to do with you. Cole didn't want to do any of that with her. Cole was just a little crybaby who did not understand how the game was played. Because let's be real. If you are her number one knight and you are doing the nasty with her, bro man, you saw how the king's like, I ain't trying. Someone say something about her kids. I'm going to kill you. Those could have been your babies. And your babies could have ascended higher. And you could have had the thought in your head, wow, my children are going to ascend and being kings and queens one day. I may, our relationship might not be public. And people probably will know that those are your kids because they're going to have your hair color. But that's pretty damn amazing. I'm just saying. Cole dropped the ball and he turned into a complete total tool. But this episode was great. Last episode was interesting too. I have to give this is probably the best, at least top, it has to be top 3 right now. This, if I'm giving one out of 5, easily this episode gets a 5. That swerve at the end was great. Damn. I don't even know what else to talk about. I do like that the main knight that hangs out with King V, I do like that he is an upstanding dude. He's cool. I do like that there are some actual good people in this court. It's very weird that, well, not very weird. It's very telling that Otto is just like, Alicent thinks he's going to give him an earful. He's back to being the hand. That's all he cares about. He's touching that lapel and don't care about this funeral. But very telling that he goes, oh, I'm actually proud to see that you actually care about winning the game. I didn't think you did. But don't worry, King's gonna forgive you. Just tend to him and tend to your son's one-eyedness and it'll all blow over. And that's the sad part. King V is so predictable that we know this is gonna blow over. If it were me, King V, she actually doesn't love you. She stood up to you in front of the court. I would have been like, oh yeah, by the way, we're having her killed and her daddy killed because of treason. I already got an heir, Rhaenyra. I don't really care. Y'all my sons, though. He said grandsire as well. He said son. He said grandsire. His grandkid. Oh, yeah. Ray's kids are his grandkids. Right. You couldn't kill your sons, but I would definitely have gotten rid of Alicent. Accidentally tipped her off of a high tower. The irony that would be. Just, my goodness. The greens are nasty. And coincidental that spoiler for y'all, they will call Ray's side the blacks versus the greens. I do like how Ray's side is technically the more likable side, even though. Also, funny thing, when Ray talks about deplorable acts to Daemon, Daemon's like, I'm sorry, you're going to have to be very specific of what deplorable acts. And that's when they got into their conversation, asking if he actually loved Rhaenyra. And he's like, we had a good marriage. They had a good thing. They were good to each other. And that's a great thing. She's like, hey, that's good all in itself. But he actually wanted to mourn her when she was saying, I'm sorry. He actually wanted to mourn her. That Daemon may be somewhat deplorable. He may be a super troll. He may love to start shit. But it's telling that he actually cared about that wife. Not the one that he was forced with. The one he got to choose, he actually cared about. He actually cares about Ray. To the fact that she was young, he's like, I can't do that to you. I can do it to anybody else, but I can't do it to you. That's pretty telling. It's nice that Matt Smith is playing that role too. Good job. Good job of keeping Daemon because don't matter what he does, everybody loves Daemon. There were times where I was like, I don't know what you doing, bruh. But you know what? Going forward, I'm just as long as we don't make any stupid moves, we keep it tight. Team Ray all the way. Tell me in the comment section down below, who are you? Are you Team Ray or are you Team Idiot Alicent? Because when people on her side get the axe, I can't wait. It's gonna be glorious. I hope her sons get Joffreyed. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. 5 out of 5 from me. As always, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new here, hit the notification bell, even if you aren't, to be notified of more videos just like this. Guys, we got 3 more episodes of this first season. Stuff is ramping up episode to episode, so hang on to your butts. Don't forget to share the video, everybody, and I'm going to thank you once again for joining me and listening to me gab on and on and on. Please, be good, be blessed. Wash them hands. Be safe out there. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. Either way it goes, please don't be a jerk. Realize you're never alone. There's someone who cares about you and is glad you're here. And until next time, don't be an Alicent. I'll see ya.